Bet. Yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy AJ.
Your boy Nick.
This is Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. What's poppin', everybody?
What's
What's
going on?
man?
Hey, happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, yes, ma'am.
It is. It is the weekend. Thank God.
Okay,
But
that's too quick.
this week's topic is going to be love and hip hop. See what I did there?
Mm.
Love and hip hop.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay.
Without the ratchetness, hopefully.
Right.
And we do a little bit of that. Come on, we
Yeah, it's fun. A little bit of ratchetness can't hurt nobody.
Slightly.
Just a little bit, just a tidbit. But yeah, we got our new guest on the show today, and I'm gonna have everybody introduce themselves. And of course, as always, ladies first.
Okay, hey everyone. Like I said, happy Saturday. My name is Day Essence Cox. I go by Essence, and I am the founder of Cuffly Ever After. I'm a certified dating coach, and I help singles embrace our singleness journey while learning how to date with intention and in ways that are healthy.
There it is. All right, shot.
All right, what's going on, everybody? My name is Deshaun Cox, and I am the founder and CEO of Soul Faces Media, by the culture, for the culture, and I highlight music, fashion, and entertainment.
Mm.
There it is. All right, Nick.
I'll go. All right, I'm Nick Neighbors. I'm a hip hop producer, originally from the Boston area, but I live in Maryland now. You can catch my beats on BeatStars. I drop twice a week on BeatStars, YouTube, TikTok. You see it on the screen.
And then last but not least, wait. It's your boy AJ,
Yeah.
co-host of Hip Hop Vibes podcast. It's like a charcoal crush. You got to say the whole thing. Host of Hip Hop Vibes Radio every Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. What else? You can follow me on TikTok and IG, A-Tone Productions, A_Tone Productions. Follow me on Twitter, Hip Hop Vibes, Hip_Hop_Vibes, and follow me on Twitch, War Machine 1919. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm getting quicker with my damn tags, man.
No, you good, man. You got a lot better. You be
That
rambling,
shit
be a
give me like a
speech.
smooth 2 minutes. But now, real quick, just everybody just like describe what y'all do as far as like your content and all that. If you want to go like in depth with it.
Okay, as far as content, basically, I like to talk about things, like I said, that will help us date in a way that's healthy. Because I would say, I think everybody knows dating is a little ghetto nowadays. And so I'm trying to help us make sure that, when we are here and trying to meet people, that we make sure that we're in a healthy place ourselves before we bring others into our space, especially romantically. So I talk about dating with intentions, making sure you know what you want and make sure you communicating that in a healthy way. Also, I talk about what some things you should look for when you first getting to know somebody, whether that's red flags or even green flags. Everything doesn't have to be a red flag. Also talking about boundaries. That's one thing that's hard. I think for a lot of people, establishing those boundaries and sticking to it. And of course, knowing your self-worth, knowing what you deserve, and things that you should and shouldn't tolerate when it comes to relationships and dating.
I might need to hire you.
I'm
Oh,
about to say, AJ.
I am ready. Hit your girl up.
Send the check.
The streets ain't street no more.
We got these streets. I'm telling you, I'm getting sick of cuffing season. That's why I came up with Cuffly Ever After. I don't want to boo temporarily. I need them 365 days a year, 366 leap year. So get with the program.
She said 365 leap year.
You have to get with the program. I need my man all year.
That's a promo right there, guys.
You know what I mean?
Period.
I had to shine. If you want to go more in depth with it.
Well, like I said, I highlight music, fashion, and entertainment. So I am currently on Instagram and TikTok. I also have a YouTube channel as well that I'm in the process of revamping so I could start putting more long-term content on that. But I highlight music. So one piece of content that I'm doing now that I've been getting a lot of feedback from is I highlight music producers. So I curate little mini playlists, 5 songs per part, and I have them broken down into parts from various producers, put them together, share it. Because a lot of times you have people who may know songs but have no idea, about the behind the scenes of a song, like who actually wrote it or produced it, and it could be the, very well a favorite song. So I thought that it would be a good idea to do that. Another series that I have right now is called Face Off, where I have people suggest to me 2 different years between 1970 and 2022, and they can be as random as possible. But more recently, I'm like, okay, try to make them as competitive as they possibly can, because we all know in time, as we continue to go forward in the future, people feel like music may not be as good of a quality as music in the past. So a lot of times, you do have people voting on the older years, having the better years of music. So I've been getting a lot of feedback and responses from that as well. I also do many interviews as well, where I highlight I do fit checks. So I go to different events and, I kind of see, okay, I like this person outfit. I go up to them, ask them to give the details about what it is that they're wearing, if they know the details, and to kind of bring it full circle with the music. I'll ask them, give me a song to best describe their style or the outfit that they're having. So that's just 3 of the different type of contents that I currently have in rotation for Soul Faces.
That's what's up.
Nice. And recently, I know you two have collaborated. You're doing the 14 Days of Love Music Challenge. Y'all want to talk a little bit about that? Or
Yeah, okay, so I'll try
to
on the 14 Days of Love Music Challenge. The 14 Days of Love Music Challenge was an idea that I came up with for Valentine's Day about 2 years ago. Valentine's Day was coming up, and I'm trying to brainstorm different ways that I can try to increase engagement. You guys still there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was
That's
like,
what I
I wasn't sure. So
He's in the room by himself.
Okay. Whoa, what I gotta go?
But yeah, with me loving music and Valentine's Day was coming up, I was trying to figure out a way, okay, what could I kind of do to highlight Valentine's Day in the month of February. So I came up with the 14 Days of Love Music Challenge. Like I said, I did it in 2021. I didn't do it last year because I was in a little funk, what I would call a creative funk. I think we all may have those at some point, as creatives. And so I decided, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bring it back this year. I'm gonna just revamp how I designed the post and things of that nature. So I was posting the promotion for it. I think it was week before last week. It was on a Monday, and Essence was the first person to comment on it and was like, yeah, I love this. And it hit me. I'm just like, oh, I wonder if Essence want to collaborate. Like she said, love is her thing. She's a certified dating coach. I was like, this will be a pretty good opportunity to partner. So I told her what I was trying to do. She was interested and excited to get on board. So we kind of collaborated with some of the days. I kind of had some of the days already lined up, but I'm just like, okay, what you think about this day? Or, you have some suggestions. So we did swap out some of the original days and tweaked out some stuff, and we just went forward with it. We've been getting a lot of feedback with it in regards to Instagram. We've been trying to push it on Facebook. few
I don't
participants on
think
Facebook.
Facebook is our audience, to be
Yeah,
honest.
like so. But
Great
you want to
for
try to
you.
tap into every platform, but where you're getting the most engagement is definitely where you want to spend the most time on focusing on pushing the content. So like I said, Instagram, we've been getting a lot of participating from Instagram, and we've been sharing the the song choices that people are participating in. If they tag us, we've been sharing it to the stories, and every night it's like all these little dots at the top of the story because we're sharing them, and that's only the people that are actually mentioning us and tagging us. There's plenty of people that's doing it that's not even following the page, which is cool too because that it's still getting that reach. So today is day 11. We have 3 more days, and it's been a lot of persistence and consistent with it. So, it's been people that's been doing it every day. So I'm glad that people are excited about it. I've had a couple of people hit me up. One person, like the second day, they DM'd me and was just like, "You need to hurry up with day 2," because they feel like it's a competition, to see, who's choosing the best songs and stuff. So somebody hit me up yesterday and was like, "I'm really enjoying this." So I'm glad that people are engaging and people are actually enjoying it. So that kind of, does something good to my spirit. So
Of course, that's what you do it for. But I have a question, Shaw. So, like, describe what's the content. I guess I don't quite get it. Like, so you're sharing like a playlist of songs each day, or
it's
how does it work?
reels. No, I create reels. So, matter of fact, this to get a better visual, because I'm a visual person. You can follow me, Soul Faces Media, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on Facebook, like I said, YouTube, but it's reels. So what I do, I try to cater towards choosing songs that actually have music videos. And sometimes,
Okay.
like, you really, 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 really gotta dig for these music videos, because a lot of times it might be a music video for it, and it just may not be on YouTube. So if I can't find something on YouTube, sometimes I go straight to Google, and you click videos, and you might find it. But once I come up with the little mini playlists, I go screen record the videos, chop them down,
Okay.
and create a reel of them. That's
Got you. Okay.
So what was today's topic for like day 11?
So today's topic was actually like a redemption love song. So explaining how you want someone back. And so, like, for example, I put Jaheim's Gotta Find My Way Back. So yeah, just like a song that tells the story of how you were with someone, you probably knew they were the one, but kind of messed up or didn't realize until they were gone. And so now you're like, baby, I gotta have you back. So y'all try to keep your lovers the first time. Don't be out here trying to begging like Jodeci.
I'm weak. Don't be begging like Keith Sweat.
Yeah, for sure. But
what? I'm surprised ain't nobody to keep sweats on today.
yeah, I'm surprised as well. But I would say, like, just to piggyback off what Shaw said so far, the challenge has been going really good, very consistent. I know I actually work in higher education, so I work on a college campus, and I shared it with my students. And so they've gotten excited and been sharing it with other students and just kind of talking about it. So to see like the support from everyone and like the consistency is really surprising me. I'm just like, yes, we love consistency.
Yes.
So like, to see them really like, excited about it. And as soon as, we're dropping the post of the day, they're like literally immediately jumping on to share the songs. It's great. And with some of these topics that we have for the day, like you really have to think about it. So I know like the one we did, I think it was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I know that was the one that I came up with. Is song that describes your love language. And so, it's like one of those things like, okay, yeah, like I know songs, but dang, I have to really kind of take some time to intentionally think what song is really talking about, like how I like to show love or receive love, or want to give my my partner loves. So it's like everyone's taking it seriously. So it's great, to know that everybody's getting tuned. And not only are we, highlighting the music aspect, but also I feel as those songs give us a time to think and reflect. And we can kind of see ourselves in, songs. So to have that and then specifically talking about like the love aspect is pretty dope.
Wow. I can see why this is working for you. It's very clear to me why you have such high engagement, because you really thought it through. Like you bring in your expertise, Essence and Shaw, both of you, with the music, but then also sort of like being thoughtful, thinking about love language, especially with Valentine's Day coming up. That's perfect. That's fantastic. Because love is such a personal, universal thing. Everyone wants. Everyone has a relationship with it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so it's like you get so many opinions, and you put music on top of that. People have so many opinions about music. The two of them together.
For sure, because music is universal.
Music, exactly. That's what
love. Universal language of love. So it's just like, why not mix the two? You see what I'm saying? Especially like they're two hot topics everybody can talk about or relate to. So, like Sean said, when he came to me with the idea of the collaboration, I was like, yeah, like it totally makes sense. And then of course, this is my bro, this is my A1 from day one, literally. So
y'all related, right?
Yeah, that's my bro.
Okay, I'm about to say because I have people with the same last name. I was like, oh shit.
We're married. Like I'm just playing. No. Yes, this is my brother. So to be able to do something like this, with him it's exciting.
That's awesome. So let me ask you a question. So how do people engage with the content? Did they respond with like suggestions of their own, like their favorite songs, or like how does that work?
So how it works, literally, we create a post, like an actual photo post, and sometimes people, they may not share it. They'll comment the song, in the comments. That's the basic way how to do it. But other than that, people will actually go to the post, share it to their story, attach the song to the story.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And then mention us, and then we'll share it to our stories.
That's awesome.
I
try my best to participate. I missed like a couple of days. Like
I gotta follow right. I'm following it right now.
But I mean, it did seem like it felt like you've been doing it every day.
Yeah, I missed. No, there's that one weekend I was in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta this past weekend.
Yeah, AJ's a consistent dude, man.
Yeah,
he's got high standards. He's got high standards for consistency.
But that's a good thing, though. That's a great thing.
Is.
Even I've noticed some other people besides AJ, I guess, that have missed days, they'll try to like catch up and go back. So to me, to even want to do that, to me, just speak volumes. So.
Right, speaking of love, Valentine's Day is coming up and all that. I asked the whole panel to come up with about 3 to 5 hip hop love songs that they like, or like the top love song.
Oh, we doing ladies first again? Okay, I was like, I was asking because I was like, the pressure.
No pressure at all. Don't worry about that. No. Right. No pressure.
Take your time.
All right. I came up with 5. I had to do some searching through my playlist, but no particular order. But one would be "One More Chance" by Notorious B.I.G. I love that song. Like Biggie is just so like charismatic, Then to have Mary and Faith on the on the chorus is just like, okay, so you just get to it. I be crying like I know Biggie, like give me more chance. Like that's one of my things.
I played that show the other day too. I did like a Love and Hip Hop playlist.
Oh, for sure. So another one would be Excuse Me Miss by Jay-Z featuring Pharrell. That is my song. Like the music is so groovy. And you can always tell when it's like a Pharrell beat, but like
love the beat.
I just love the beat, love the music. And then I like the video. For some reason, like the whole illusion of, meeting this girl and then, it never happened at the end. So I was like, oh dang. And so it kind of reminded me of a conversation I had with one of my students. I was like, you never want to live in the what if. And so I was like, so if you see a guy, I know we don't like, we want to shoot our shot, he should come and shoot his shot to me. I'm like, girl, if you don't position yourself and nudge him to shoot that shot, you just go ahead and do it. Then so that's that. And then another one I love is You're All I Need to Get By, Method Man, Mary J. Blige. That beat is so groovy.
That's the top one.
Oh my goodness, like the beat is so groovy, and then it's just like Mary, just on the hook, and
always around.
Sean love Mary J. Blige.
He grinning over here.
Mary definitely on the beat for me. And then the last two would be Best I Ever Had by Drake.
Okay, you took one of mine.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Shy. See, we think alike. Best Ever Had by Drake, and then Beautiful by Snoop Dogg and Pharrell. Very groovy. I think just very positive message to women. So I just love it. So those are my top 5.
Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
Okay, so with me, 2 choices that I had that I was going to use probably as, I wouldn't say like as an honorable mention, but like Essence did, I love music so much, so I really don't have like a lot of faves, but a few that I did choose was Love by Kendrick Lamar. When that song came out, that song had me in a mean chokehold. Like, I don't know why, but yeah, Love, Fabulous and Leo Make Me Better. I thought that was a very good collaboration that balanced out pretty well. And of course, I think they collabed a couple of more times after that.
That's a good one.
The Roots, You Got Me.
Thank you.
Erykah Badu, we all know that's just hands down a classic. That was number 3, right?
Yeah.
That was 3. Let me see if I could think of 2 more.
And if you got any honorable mentions, just go ahead. Like any more mentions.
Yeah, just shout them out, bro. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna just give the 3, and an honorable mention would be Renee by the Lost Boys.
Mm.
Even though it's like a tragic, it turns out kind of tragic, because Renee ends up dying. But I can remember the first time I can remember listening to that song. Like one of my uncles, that song had a mean chokehold on one of my uncles when I was younger. And I remember one day we was riding around, he just kept playing it and kept playing it and kept playing it and kept playing it. But initially the beat, of course, and Mr. Cheeks' flow kind of got my attention. But when you like 5, 6 years old, you don't really understand the context, behind the song. But of course, as I got older, I can understand a little more about the song. It's a really good story, like I said, even though it ends in tragedy. So those 3 in that honorable mention, for right now. If something else come up, I'll probably drop it later on in the episode.
What was the name of the last song?
Renee by the Lost Boys.
I'm gonna listen to that.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah, that's old. It came out in like 96.
Yeah, it was like 95, 96.
Yeah.
Which uncle?
Uncle D. Yep, Uncle D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually glad you mentioned that, Shaw. You mentioned the song. It's like, because I think of a love song. It's like it not necessarily. It might not end well. It might not be. It could be like sort of a breakup song. Like the way I approached this list, I was like not just looking at songs that just like a feel good. You know what I mean? Because love isn't always feel. Love is pain too. You know what I mean? So I sort of kept that in mind when I made my list. I could share, but it's so hard because there's just so many songs. I have so many songs. I'll try to I'll start with number 5. Love Language by Talib Kweli. So a lot of the joints I'm gonna pick are like just my personal favorites. They're kind of like more low key songs. But that one is beautiful. That's off of Quality and High Tech's Train of Thought album, and it's just a beautiful song. Then I have Song Cry by Jay-Z. So that's a song that's like, again, that's not actually that's all about love. The whole song is about love. And I would say it's probably Jay-Z, his most like vulnerable love song he ever made in his career. But it always just hits me, especially the beats. I'm a producer. That song always hits me. And then a little different, Shawty by Plies. I put that on there. I love that fucking song. I love that fucking song.
Everybody in the show when it came out.
That song, like, it came up on the playlist. So earlier I was doing some research and it came up and I was like, oh my God, that's going on the list. I don't know where it's going to be on the list, but that's definitely going on the list. I love that song. And on top of all that, I found out years later that the beat, which I love that beat, samples my favorite group of all time, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Fantasy. And I had no fucking clue. I was like, oh, yo, like I heard the little keys in the beginning, and I was like, wait, that is Fantasy. That was brilliant. So that's definitely on the list. That's number 3. And then number 2 is Love Is by Common off of B. His B album. Common is like one of my favorite rappers of all time. And I feel like he always was able to. I think he was able to speak my love language. I think I always connected with that. Like he kind of understood we're alike. Like he thinks like me. I always understood that when he rapped. And then number 1, similarly, is the Light by Common, which I think is just classic. And then a couple honorable mentions. I have Into You by Fabulous. I always love that song. That's a great song. It's just a good vibe. I heard it the other day and I was like, it's just a good feeling. And I have Come Closer by Common and Mary J. Blige. Oh, I love that song. That song, like, it got slept on, but I'm telling you, that song is just absolutely fantastic.
It is so
good.
It's a classic,
oh
man.
My gosh.
It's
and
so
that video
good.
too at the
video.
End, deaf and she has to marry at the cards. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's a good song. I'm glad you guys agree. Yeah, that's I love that song, and Pharrell on the beat too, as well. And then the last one, this one is more like a tragic song, but it's called it's Undying Love by Nas off of his I Am album. Nas is like one of my favorite rappers because the way he can tell a story and it's so visceral. Like I can feel every single detail. And that song, he's talking about coming back from Vegas or some shit to go back home to his wife, and his wife's cheating on him, and this whole like brawl ends up ensuing, and the cops are surrounding the house. He ends up actually getting killed at the end of it. It's a crazy song, but it's all about love. It's still a love song to me. It's just a crazy, one gone wrong, kind of tragic kind of song. But I wanted that put on the list as well. But yeah, that's all I got.
Word.
I like that list, Nick. And the thing that I like about music, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut into AJ, but when we were talking, it kind of triggered some things in my mind. So another reason behind the challenges for music discovery, I think it's a good opportunity for people to come across songs that they may not know or songs that they may have not heard in a very long time. So that's another aspect of the challenge that I love. Even with this podcast, some of the songs that you drop, I'm unfamiliar with, but it's just like, oh, okay, like I'm definitely gonna go check that out once we get off of the live. So yeah,
for sure. And I think that's why too we repost with the people posted to our story, so everybody can kind of go back and watch and be able to find out that way. Because I was able to find out about some artists and songs through it so far already. So yeah, I definitely did what Shad said.
And music is just a conversation. You know what I mean? It's one big conversation. That's how I look at it. We share all these sounds. There's no owner. It's just like a sharing of sound. That's how I look at it. What did he say?
Yes, Ramali.
He went to school with us too.
I'm about to say it must be some inside joke. I don't get it.
All right. So my list. Now y'all already said the songs already. I'll Be There For You, Method Man, Mary J. Blige, one of my favorites. Come Close by Common and Mary J. Blige. Like Nick said, it's very underrated. Another one I like is Paradise, LL Cool J, Anne Marie.
Oh,
Ooh, yes.
Another one, Do for Love, Tupac. Down album. That was a great song for me. And Pac's one of my favorite artists. So he is my favorite artist of all time. So I definitely had to throw him on the list at least one time. Another great song I actually like is "I Love You" by A$AP Ferg. A$AP Ferg and Chris Brown.
Oh, AJ, I love that.
That was the song that you posted,
That song
right?
is so underrated.
What?
Like
That was. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Sean. No, you fine.
No, that was the song you posted one of the days, right? I think.
Yeah. I think on the first.
Yeah, that
day.
was my first time hearing. I was like, oh, this is a vibe right here.
God, you couldn't. I've played that song. I've been playing that song for years now.
Yeah.
Wow,
That
damn.
song-
That song, oh my gosh, like it is so good. And then for all the music lovers, like, oh gosh, the music to it is just like, I don't know. It's like one of those songs you listen to at night and you riding down with your top bag and you just cranking and you just got a little groove going on. I like when songs give me like a feeling, like it gives me like a scenario or like a
Yeah.
vibe. It's one of those.
I'm adding that right now. I don't think I remember it. I'm gonna add that right
I think
now.
that was on his I want to say that I think that was on the second album, the one that had New Level on it.
Always strive and prosper. Yeah.
That one. Another song. What I say? 21 Questions.
I'm about to say someone's gotta say that one.
Gotta throw that one in there.
Another classic.
It's got the best love bar in hip hop history, dog.
Right.
I love you more than a fat kid love cake. That's gotta be the best. That's the best bar.
Oh my gosh, and I don't know why that makes me think of Matilda. With
all the chocolate cake.
That's what it gives. That's the visual it gives me. Go
Brucey.
But honorable mentions. Benita Applebaum, Tribe Called Quest.
I was trying to get Tribe on there. I was like, Find a Way. I was gonna say that. Find a Way.
That's another good one too.
That's on you.
What else? What did I say? No Better Love by Young Guns.
Bro,
Yeah,
wow,
that's
I fucking love that beat. That beat is one of my favorite. I love that beat. Wow. I forgot about that.
That's a good one.
How It Was Going Down, DMX.
Oh, that's another vibe.
Oh yeah.
A love song. Like,
that's AJ.
What?
He's a dog. That boy's a dog, man.
I mean, it's still technically a love song.
yeah, but it's a
Technically, he said technically a love song. He said.
And this one, I just wanted to name this one because it's technically not really. It's more of like a breakup song, or like getting over a breakup. Superman, Eminem.
Superman, Eminem. You stretching, bro.
I know.
He just want to put his top 5 in there. He wants to put his top 5 in there, no matter what.
Oh, Sax fan. All right, Javon.
Hey, Javon.
But speaking of top 5s, anytime I have people on the show, we always like to ask them their top 5, favorite hip hop artists. It doesn't have to be best, just your favorites. Will R&B be easier for you?
Oh, no, if you can do R&B, no. I want to hear R&B too. I want to hear R&B as well. I want to hear the R&B list.
I'm going to do hip hop. So I did study and really, did some research into my playlist. And so a lot of the artists that I'm going to name are actually more. I like conscious rap. Like I like artists who like tell a story. Especially one that's relatable. I don't like, I like some of these newer day artists, but like when I can't really understand what she's saying and everything just about, like sex and money and all that kind of stuff, I don't really vibe with it. So I would say my list kind of gears more towards, rap with substance. But no particular order. But Chance the Rapper, definitely one of my faves. I love The Coloring Book. Again, I just like the way he tells the story. And I don't know, something about his voice to me is just so unique. Wale definitely have to make the list. I think Wale is super underrated. It's I don't know, like Wale is such a dope lyricist. Like to me, the way I just feel as though like the way he can tell the story and kind of relay his message to the audience. And then a lot of his songs to me are always on like dope chill beats or like R&B samples. And again, love R&B. So had to get him on the list.
We've seen no Wale songs too. That's crazy.
Yes,
I know. I'm about to say he's a great one for like love kind of song. He's
yes,
great
for
that.
sure.
Yeah,
A lot of his are more breakup, but but I do love Wale. Wanted to get a female rapper on the list, so just kind of reflecting on them. I had to pick Missy Elliott. From I don't know, Missy's like a Jill of all trades. Like, she sings, she raps, she does stuff behind the scene. Her creativity is out of this world. Especially when it comes to like her visuals and her videos. Because I even think back to like Get Your Freak On. Like, especially I don't know why I always think about that spit part that
that was such a controversial thing. Like when it happened, like that was
she
super
was just ahead of
controversial
her
when it
time.
happened.
Because I'm just thinking, I was like, that was very unsanitary, but because it was, he was just like,
I'll do that in the COVID age.
Right.
Okay, that was before COVID, okay, pre-COVID days. We were just rocking with it. I'm just like, ugh. So definitely had to get her on there. Also, Notorious B.I.G. Just love Biggie, love his flow. Like I said, he's just so charismatic, such a great lyricist, but was such a ladies' man. And he could dress, like his style to me was just everything. And I love a man with style. So definitely had to fit Biggie on there. Rest in peace. And then, oh my gosh, that Jermaine Cole. I had to put him on the list. Oh my goodness, like, yo, I don't know, just when I talk about J. Cole, I just get so speechless. Like I said, his story, his lyrics, the way they're so relatable. Also to the kind of person he is, just the humility. I just really like it. I'm not sure if y'all heard that freestyle he put out. It's called Procrastination Broke. He was looking up a random artist on beat, I guess like a producer on YouTube. He typed in J. Cole beats.
J. Cole beat,
the first beat that came up, he literally just took it, wrote, spit on it, and gave the guy the track and told him he was able to post it on his YouTube page, like no strings attached or nothing. So I was just like, man, that speaks volume. Like that's really is going to like, change the trajectory of that man's career. So to be so like humble just to like do that just out of the blue, for not for any clout or anything like that. Yeah, that Jermaine, I just really rock with that Jermaine. And then the words to the lyrics too, just about procrastination, how procrastination can be the devil, and how that's something we all struggle with when we're trying to be out here as entrepreneurs, trying to make it. And then he was just talking from the perspective of when you make it, sometimes you just don't have much to fight for anymore. So it's trying to stay relevant after you make it and try to still find that drive and motivation. So like it was just, it spoke to my soul.
How recent is this freestyle?
This was literally
months.
not even a month ago, to be honest.
Yeah,
like weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm surprised you ain't even send me the link today.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sean. My bad.
My
bad.
Normally I feel like, check this out, because I'm so like, and I'm trying to work on it. I'm so like stuck in the past sometimes whenever it comes to music. I believe because that's kind of like how I connected with it. So it's kind of like so a lot of times I don't be like in the now, so I'll be kind of lost in the sauce sometimes, with this current stuff.
I'm sorry. My bad, bro.
But yeah, send me the link to that for sure.
Oh, I surely will. It's definitely a great song. Especially he started talking about like college students and stuff like that too. You know, we trying to find it, get this work done and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, I was a college student. Like he was just
I saw him when I was in college. I remember at one point he was rapping right at me, and I was like, real close to him too. It was a moment. He's got that. He's got so much charisma, and yet he's so low key at the same time. It's an interesting balance with him.
Oh man, when he came to Winston, we couldn't even go.
When did he come to Winston before he blew up?
Yeah,
this is like
it
an
was like, I
09,
want
right?
to say 2012. It was either 11 or 12, one of those years.
Mine was 10. Was it 10?
Was it 10? It might have been 10.
It had to have been like 09 or 10 before he blew up.
It might have been 10. Yeah, it might have been 10 actually.
Yeah, but I
think
definitely
got
got
11.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, that was during homecoming, so you know we couldn't go.
We always
okay.
Okay,
What are homecomings when you're in band? But yeah, so that's my top 5. And hopefully one day I will be able to have a chance to go to Dreamville. It's right here in the area, and I still haven't made it yet. So that's on my list. That is definitely on my list for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to that too. That something in the water.
Oh yes.
Well, you right about that, right, AJ? Aren't they bringing it back? Because I don't think they had it last year, right? Or they didn't have it last year.
No, they had it last year. It was in DC last year.
Yeah, they did have it.
This year's gonna be back in Virginia Beach.
Okay, gotcha. See, I knew.
I think they had Usher last year, right, or something like that.
They had a whole rack of people. I forgot.
Because I know you mentioned him earlier, and so when you said it, just brought me up to it.
Oh yeah, I was saying Usher was like my favorite singer of all time. Personally.
Okay, so I feel like my list be interchangeable. So I think the last time I came, I went with Ludacris. I always felt like Ludacris was very underrated, and I feel like even now, like looking back, he doesn't get the due that he deserves. At that time in the early 2000s, I like how animated he was. Busta Rhymes was animated, but I felt like Ludacris was Busta Rhymes was a little more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And Ludacris was a little more I don't know if I want to use the word fun, but not as aggressive as Busta Rhymes, but still very much so animated. I feel like he's a good lyricist as well. 2, Biggie. I mean, that's the standard for me as well. Very good lyricist. Of course, his time was cut short, and I always kind of wondered how, where else, his career could have possibly gone, had he not passed as early as he did. I'm gonna say Big Sean. I feel like Big Sean is another underrated artist as well. The project that really sold Big Sean for me was what's the name of that album? I Decided. It dropped in 2017. It was the one that had Moves and some more other stuff, but that was the album that kind of took it. That kind of sold him for me, because I feel like in a lot of his songs, like he kind of like pushes and inspires. So anytime I kind of listen to some Big Sean, I'll be like, all right, like let's get this shit. Like that's just the type of vibe that I get when I listen to Big Sean. So I got 2 more. I'm gonna go with Nas, and let's see if I can pick somebody kind of current. But I don't listen to a lot of these current people. Essence already said Wale. I'm gonna just go with those 4. If an honorable mention come up, I'll mention it later on.
And it's crazy. Now I'm thinking about an honorable mention after you said it. I was thinking Andre 3000. I was like, I forgot to say him. when I was talking. I love Andre. He's another one like his flow is just impeccable. Anything he gets on, it's just like I don't know. He just turns it into magic. And he was just him. He was just so different. Like from his flow, from his style. Yeah, to me, he was just in another lane. So yeah, I'm sorry. Wanted to throw that in there.
No, that's a good one though. Feel free to conversation. Feel free to come in. It's all good.
Yes, like I just, oh my gosh! And then when they had that, when him and Big Boy had the what is it, Love Below and Speaker
box.
Yeah, like that. I was like,
everybody forgets about the speaker box.
Yes, like
speaker box. Speaker box. That's how it starts living.
Oh my gosh, had us in a chokehold. That hey y'all, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that album was actually coming up on his 20th anniversary.
Oh,
like
wow.
it's crazy how fast like Tom is just like,
yes.
Like, we was in middle school when that came out.
Oh my goodness, yes, I can remember. Oh my gosh, I remember seeing that video everywhere on 106 and Park and all of it. But yes. Go ahead, Nick. My bad.
No, it's good. It's good. No, it's good. We especially want to hear, our guest list because they know my list by now. I've said it like 15 times.
Right.
So I appreciate it. But yeah, that's on my list. I'll say I'll start with number 5, Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick number 5, Kanye's number 4. Number 3. I'm gonna cut the numbers from here. I can't do the numbers anymore. But it's gonna be Common, Nas, and Jay for my top. So that's my top 5. But then some of my honorable mentions: Black Thought from The Roots, Ice Cube, Fonte from Lil Brother, J. Cole. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'll say.
That's a solid
And Outkast too. Definitely Outkast. Them two together. Big Boy as well.
Yeah. All right. My top 5 from top to bottom: Pac, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Nas, Eminem, DMX. If you want to see my top 10, it's on my YouTube page. If you want to see the rest of my top 10. But if I had to pick like a top 5 for like more current rappers, Joey Badass.
Oh, I like their last project.
Who else? Currently, I mean he's not really current, but Currency would be on that list. Ramirez, London Drugs. Would be a 5th one. I can't think of a 5th one right now, but those are the ones I listen to like currently that are out. They're still like constantly putting out stuff.
Can I backtrack? When you said you want to talk about the more newer ones, the more newer artists, another person came to mind that I just got put on like the end of last year. Simba. You ever heard of Simba? SYMBA.
Yeah.
Like I listened to his. I think he had like 2 projects out, and I listened to him. I was going out of town one weekend, and I was just like, okay, like I fuck with this dude right here, so I like him. I'm gonna throw him on my list. For a recent, more recent artist. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope he gets the promotion and the highlighting that he deserves, because I feel like he's kind of underrated. But I feel like a lot of times because I think he might be independent, so when you're independent, sometimes you may not get that type of mainstream exposure, or as much exposure as the mainstream artist. But I hope that he kind of really takes off more in this year, because he had his projects are pretty solid. I like them.
Another artist.
Go ahead.
My bad. Two more artists actually. So Primo Rice. If you ever heard of Larry June, he's kind of similar to Larry June.
Yeah,
that's my guy. I love Larry June.
Primo Rice. He's from Maryland actually. So
I think you might like Larry June essence. He had like a chill vibe. It's kind of like.
See, I like vibey artists.
He's vibey.
He's
He's vibey.
It's a few of his songs that I like.
Larry June and Primo Rice. You would definitely love those two.
You said Larry Jones?
June.
June, like the month.
Like the
Okay,
yeah.
somebody just send it to me. Share it to me.
I'll send it. Yeah, I'll send it.
That and Rico Nasty. I still have Rico Nasty.
A lot of people talk about her, but I don't know. I gotta
Yes,
check
her music
her.
is yeah. I've listened to some of her songs. It's good.
Yeah. It's different.
Yes, it's different, which is not in a bad way. It's just sometimes it's an acquired taste.
Acquired taste.
Yeah, there it is. Any more honorable mentions? Anybody want to name?
Let me think.
That's all for now. Because I feel like my mom, when it comes to music, my mom be a little bit of everywhere.
Yeah.
One was Ludacris, but I know Shad already mentioned him, and then you already mentioned Kendrick, because I know Nick said it. That's pretty much it.
Do y'all think that I felt like Kendrick really deserved that Grammy he just got, because I really enjoyed that project.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. I listened to that
hoping-
album like straight through, and that's hard for me, especially
Yeah,
with
that's
some
hard for me too.
albums, and that it had me on a chokehold.
That was a whole therapy session right there.
What? Oh my goodness! But again, I think like that's why I love artists who, like I said, tell stories and stories that really like resonate with people.
Resonate.
Again, like I said, y'all, music is therapy, like it really is. And so like when you have, songs that really talk about something that, you can like really get with or help you like process, kind of what you're going through and stuff. I just feel as though it's just, to me personally, open doors to more success versus a song that got a catchy beat. Oh yeah, the hook might be catchy, but then the tune will be high for like, a month or so. And then now, we don't really know what the song is anymore. But when you have songs like that with substance, to me, it has the ability to have like longevity. So now 10, 15 years from now, we still talking about the song versus like we only talk about the song for a moment. So
That's a good point.
I'm just glad he didn't get Macklemore again.
Yeah, right.
Is he even still making music?
Nah.
I don't think so.
Honestly, I haven't heard him put up anything in a minute.
He did that one CD and that was it. As far as I know.
What was
He
the
did a couple
that
songs.
song
He
he
did-
had? 'Cause
What's that thrift? Was it the
Thrift stores, thrift shop. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna up sometime.
I couldn't stand that
Fellas
song.
and
I hate
Man.
it.
Bob
Right.
I didn't like that one, but I thought the album was actually pretty good. Now, it wasn't as good as Good Kid, Mad City, but it was a good album, I would say. What was it called? I'm trying to remember. The Heist. It's called The Heist.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they had a couple of songs on there. It's pretty good. Like he speaks from the heart. I just always felt like his style. He just sometimes he does a little too much. That's just me personally. That's all. But yeah. So, but Kendrick won the best hip hop album, right? That's what he won the best hip hop.
Yeah,
album.
hip-hop.
That's big.
What was the competition? I don't think the competition was
I
that
think
good.
it was
him, Future, Jack Harlow.
Khaled.
Yeah, that's not a good competition in my opinion. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I actually like Jack Harlow's I like Jack Harlow as a personality. And his music is okay to me.
Yes,
But-
is straight.
Yeah, to me, and Future's album, I don't think I even really listened to the whole thing. But,
Yeah, I don't think I had ran it all the way down either.
It was all right.
Did I? Yeah, I think I did. I did. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
I don't know. It seems like I rock more with like mixtape Future versus mainstream Future. Like I don't know, cause that Shaw, that Dirty Sprite used to have.
I had Winston in the chokehold.
Yeah, because one time we even went. He came to the House of Blues in Myrtle Beach, and I remember we went.
Yeah,
to,
that was lit. I like him in concert. I'll definitely go see him in concert again.
Yeah, he was really good. I remember he didn't have much people on the stage with him or nothing. I think it was really just him.
Yeah,
Does he have a lot of energy? Does he have a lot of energy?
Huh?
Does he have a lot of energy when he performs? Or is
yeah.
he more...
Yeah, it was
And
yeah,
then it depended on the song. Like
the
if it was
song
like
too.
like stick talking shit like that, that nigga was lit. You know what I'm saying?
Thomas, yeah, like he
His
was going
vibe
in.
kind of went like with the song.
Yes. But when he opened up Dang, what's the name
Thought
of
it
that?
was a drought.
Yeah, a drought. I did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he just
Yeah.
came out there just smooth.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't have to censor yourself. It's all good.
Oh, I'm okay. But just in case, we on Facebook, so we might.
Fair play.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it PG-13. But yeah.
Those good times. Those the future
Yeah,
era.
we reminiscing hard right now, man.
Time before the era. Those are good times.
Very fun time in life.
Very.
Oh, man.
Whew.
Well, good. Go ahead and wrap this joint up. Now, on the next show, we definitely got to talk about the damn Vibe Billboard Top 50 list.
Oh yeah, we'll touch on that.
Yeah, definitely got to touch on that shit.
Yeah, because that's definitely getting a lot of
A
press
buzz,
right now.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's crazy. Like I just when you first was talking about, we're gonna talk about that, I was like, hold on, what list? And when I looked it up, before you know what, they were talking about it on Breakfast Club, and then some people salty they didn't make the list. And so I just got through looking at it. I was like, oh, it's a good list, but I do feel as though there could have been some changes.
Yeah. For the
For
most
sure.
part, I'll probably take out a couple people, but for the most part, the list was solid. I was just rearranging people.
Yes, yes, I would say more rearranging.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of
But it's
the
also subjective stuff.
for real, because like who made the list? I guess like that's the
Billboard.
question. Like,
Billboard and Vibe collaborated on it.
okay, so they just came up with their team and they're just saying, "Hey, this is what we think, and this is what we're putting out."
And probably with them bringing in Billboard, they were probably looking at album rankings and stuff over time as well.
Yeah, that's what it looks
And
like.
so, and
they
singles and stuff as well too. So I'm sure they probably took all of that into consideration.
Yeah,
But even with that, it still should have been a couple of more other people that was on there.
on the year for sure,
Mhm.
for sure.
You know, if that was something that was heavily weighed in the decision making process, then it should have.
Yeah, but it's a good list. It's a good list, but definitely you could tell, like it's subjective.
Yeah, I mean that's what makes it fun, though. You know.
That is true. Facts.
That's creating the conversation. So they know
Yeah,
how
'cause
to,
some people gonna be
fun.
pleased and some people may not be pleased. So it is what it is.
Exactly.
You know.
I would say I was so happy with some of the old school inclusions that they put in there.
Yeah.
Some of the more old school artists, like Marley Marl was on there. I was like, I was really happy with that because I figured with Billboard coming in, it would be a bunch of bullshit, like whoever sold the most. But the fact that they actually brought some of like the cultural icons from even like the early '90s and even before that, I like that. I'll give them credit for that. I like that.
Yeah,
I like to see that.
Like they did put Rakim in the top 20, so I was like,
Yeah.
And you know, Rakim was that guy. I wish I would actually been born in that era whenever he was like in his prime, because you know everybody speak highly of him. Even like my mama, that Eric B and Rakim album. That album was so hard. And like the Grammys came on. I mean, she was like in front of that TV lit, just going off. You know, so I'm telling you, like, so I'm glad that they did give him his due and add him on that list, because that era, everybody that kind of came up in the 70s and 80s, who was old enough to, witness him in his career, like they think very highly of Rakim.
Absolutely.
Very highly.
Even the generation that came after him, like all of those Rap Nas and all them dudes, they all all recognize him as, it's kind of starting.
It's their standard,
Definitely.
But yeah, everybody go ahead, give out your tags, where they can follow you at. Ladies first.
Okay, ladies first. That's gonna be stuck in my head all night. Like ladies first. So yes, everyone definitely check me out. Follow me at Cuffly Ever After. So I'm on Instagram, I'm Cuffly_Ever After. I'm on Facebook, it's still the same, but it's without the underscore. And also I'm on TikTok, which is Cuffly Ever After, no underscore on that one as well. Please follow me. Stay tuned. I have some great stuff coming up. And I will be on YouTube soon as well. So thank y'all for rocking with me.
All right, this is Deshaun Cox once again. Soul Faces Media, by the culture, for the culture. And I am on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook as well. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am, like I said earlier, on the live. I'm in the process of revamping some ideas and hope to, relaunch the YouTube channel in the month of March. You guys don't want to miss it. Did I mention TikTok?
You
I
did.
did. TikTok,
Mention it again.
Instagram, Soul Faces Media, by the culture, for the culture. I got some good, great new ideas I'm getting ready to drop as well. You don't want to miss it. We in this for the long game. It's a process. So, hey, just come join our journeys. You don't want to miss it.
Yes, for sure.
I love that. I love the way you said that. Don't miss
Yeah.
the journey. I love that. I'm Nick Neighbors. I'm a hip hop producer. You can see my IG, Nick Neighbors, PROD. I'm also on BeatStars, Nick Neighbors, YouTube, Nick Neighbors, and TikTok, Nick Neighbors Productions.
Okay.
And then you can follow me at A-Tone Productions, A_Tone_Productions on IG and Twitter. Yeah, go ahead, follow me on TikTok. That's where I'm getting the most engagement. I got 1,100 followers as of now. Well, over 1,100. So I'm working my way up there. Of course, follow me on Twitter, Hip Hop Vibes, hip_hop_vibes. That's I post all my daily hip hop content. Follow me on Twitch, War Machine 1919. I be gaming on there too. I'm playing Pokemon on there right now, so follow me on there. Follow my blurs out there, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube page, Hip Hop Vibes the podcast. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You got to say the whole thing. Yeah, just like you said, follow the journey. And
Thank you so much for joining the show.
No problem. We appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it.
For having us. Well, and having me. Like, this was fun. I was a little nervous. I didn't even gonna lie. I was still like,
I'm nervous every time. Don't worry about it.
I am too.
But
So,
this
Don't
has
worry
been
about
really
it.
fun. I've enjoyed it. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
definitely gotta have
Our
y'all back
pleasure.
on here.
Most definitely.
And with that being said, I'm your boy AJ.
Your boy Nick.
This has been Hip Hop Vibes the podcast. Catch y'all next time. Later.
Later.